That's the sound of happiness in a can. And also my voice is the sound of sweet, silky happiness. Oh, we're off to a drunken start already. Woo! Sorry. So anyway, I'm Eric Harrison. Welcome to the fucking Death Twitch. You bitch ass. Gonna do a Drunkentary, of course, for Child's Play, 1988. Good old Chunky. I like to call him Chunky because I'm silly like that. Oh man, sorry, it is off to a weird start already. Fuck it, I got a PBR in me and I'm acting cray. And hadn't drank in like a week, man. I don't even know how if I'm gonna survive this shit. Anyway, welcome to the show. I'm glad you decided to watch Child's Play with me, or at the very least, some of you don't always watch the movies with me, but you still listen. You listen to my fucking craziness, so thank you for that. And oh yeah, like I said, I'm drinking PBR. It's always gonna be a cheap beer here on the Death Twitch, and that's not my choice. It's not really my choice. I don't have a preference of shitty cheap beer over good beer. I'm just a very poor boy. Anyway, ooh, look, Fireball Island. So I hope I remember how to do this and all that nonsense. And I've not seen this one in probably since I reviewed it, actually. I have watched like Curse of Chucky and Cult of Chucky also, unfortunately, I've seen. But yeah, I've not seen the first one in probably a few years. So here we go. But I was really in the mood, you know. So I like this one. I like the first and the second one. And then Curse is good, in my opinion. Of course, I probably just started a goddamn riot in the comment section. You think Curse is good? And blah, 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 blah. And I'm sure people are calling me an idiot and a moron. Wow. I better drink. I better drink some of this. And why don't you drink with me? Here's to Chunky. We got a Princess Power game. Awesome. I need to hit up this toy store, man. They got good guy dolls, everything you could ever ask for. The iconic voice of Chucky here, Brad Dourif. I can't believe these movies are still going 30 years later. 30 years later, there's still a Chucky around cracking wise and stabbing people in the ankles. I wouldn't have it any other way. Although that's not true. I would have it another way. I would have a lot of the sequels be better if I had a choice in the matter. But still, like, bad or not, it like, how could you not love Chucky? He's so fucking adorable. He's got a lot of charisma. He's got the mouth of a sailor. The way he fell. The director's like, make sure you pull all these boxes down when you fall. Gotcha. Can do. I'll make sure I'll dramatically grab them and pull them on top of myself. Anyway, how are you guys? How was your day? Hopefully better now that there's a Drunkentary for you to fucking get hammered to. Oh yeah, here's the part where he knows enough voodoo to put himself into a doll, but he can't heal himself. He can't heal. He didn't learn that spell. That wouldn't be useful. He was looking through the voodoo manual going, no, heal, self-heal, no. All-powerful, nah. How to put yourself in a good guy doll. Well, let me learn that one. Let me memorize that one. I have a feeling that's going to come in handy later on. Imagine if he put himself into a fucking Ken doll or something. Or like a Teddy Ruxpin. That would be cool. Teddy Ruxpin. That was the Furby of the 80s. Okay, we're getting off track. We've got explosions, lightning strikes happening. Kaboom! Well, there goes all those perfectly good toys for tots. Say goodbye to Christmas, kids. Chucky blew it up. Blame it on the Chuck. That should have been one of the taglines for one of the movies. It still can be. Next one, blame it on the Chuck. Telling you. Just between you and I have all the best ideas. They get ripped off left and right. You know that'll be the tagline on the next one. But I got proof now. I got proof in this Drunkentary. So I'll be taking your ass to court. Whoever stole my ideas. And I'll pull out a Chucky doll and I'll be like, show us where he touched you. On the doll. Okay, anyway. Sir, this has nothing to do with molestation. Oh. But he did touch you though, right? Oh, wow. So anyway. This is such a Drunkentary already. We're only like 5 minutes in. I'm not going to make it. I'll tell you what. I'm going to get fucking hammered and I'm going to pass out halfway through. And then that's about as much Drunkentary as you're going to get. Okay? You're going to get a half a Drunkentary. Deal with it. There's kids in China that ain't got no Drunkentaries at all. So, so just deal with it. Oh, here we go. Okay. I have to address this. Maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe this will be the viewing that changes my mind. But when it comes to Alex Vincent, that's his name, right? When it comes to his acting in this movie, it's very divisive. Because there are people that are like really adamant about, damn, he did such a good job. What a good performance for a little kid. And then there's the other ones of us that are like, what? It was horrid. It's horrid. And like, look, he's a little kid. He's a little kid from the 80s. Like, everybody's acting was worse back then, not just kids. But like, yeah, kids aren't very good in general. But I mean, they've gotten better. I feel like kid acting has definitely gotten better these days. But yeah, everybody's acting in the past was kind of iffy, but little kids were even worse. I don't know. This is one of those weird situations where half the people think he's brilliant, and then the rest of us are just like, oh, this is hard to sit through because of Alex Vincent. He might even be listening to this. Hey, look, you're in a fucking movie, not me. So, oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, all that country crotch. That's what I call it. That is a tub of country crotch right there. I've got stupid names for everything. Country crotch. That's probably the name of porn. Don't steal that idea either, you bastards. Next week it's gonna be Pornhub Presents. But anyway, well, I'm gonna pay attention. I'm gonna watch, and we'll see. We'll see what the verdict is at the end of this, or at least at the halfway point when I pass out. Whether I feel like maybe I was too harsh on him before, or maybe I just be too busy getting drunk and talking shit to even notice that his acting sucks ass. Anyway, but if you're like a little kid, like I did bring this up in my review, and some people get pissy about it. But I also said in the review, and I'll say here, it's like it's okay. It's okay. Like a little kid's not going to be the best actor. Like he has no life experience. How the hell would he know how to like emote? You know. So I don't give him. I can't like bash. Like that's the way some of the people, like some of the comments on my review for Child's Play are like I'm just curb stomping little Alex Vincent here, but I'm not. I always say like it's to be expected, but I do find it distracting a little bit. It's a little distracting, but we'll see. Maybe this will be the one. I'll pay attention, and maybe I'll be like, okay, my bad, or maybe you're just wrong. Did you ever consider that? Did you ever consider that maybe you were just wrong? That all your opinions are just wrong? I know I often consider that your opinions are wrong. Oh, where do I put all these empty cans I'm about to fucking pile? Right here's fine. Oh, shit, son. I almost fell out my chair. Dude, that thing's like... It looks like a little coffin for him. She bought him. Like, what are you going to do to me, Mom? Open up your coffin, son. Celebrate your last birthday. She could just stick him in that box. Oh, she had a big old box for some stupid jeans. I feel this kid's pain right now. Look at him. Look at his face. He's like, fuck off, Mom. No kid ever asked for a pair of jeans for his birthday. Except maybe, I don't know, really poor African kids. I don't know. I was trying to come up with something that wouldn't be offensive, but I still settled on something that's probably offensive. Here comes the hate mail. Anyway, drink every time I say anyway. Here we go, drink. He's probably burning those pants in the fucking fireplace right now. Thanks a lot, Mom. All I said for 8 months was I wanted a good guy. Fucking pair of pants. Oh, I got the sniffles already. We're only 10 minutes in. I hate it. Sorry you guys have to deal with this. Look at this. It's like a crack deal going on in the alley. I like it. Show me the goods. Have you guys ever bought an alley doll? An illegal alley doll? I bought a scalp ticket once to a Korn concert, but I've never. That's it. As far as like buying something, well, drugs. I've bought drugs and a Korn ticket. As far as buying shit off dealers and strangers, I've never actually bought a good guy in an alley. So anyway. Anyway. Oh no, he's got a bow tie on. Has a bow tie ever looked good on anyone? My brother wears a bow tie. Don't listen to this, bro. He would. There's no way in hell he would ever listen to this. Oh, this will be the one time he'll be like, let me give it a shot. Let me give one of these Drunkentaries my brother does. What? Fuck you. I'm going to wear 5 bow ties now. It looks like he's wearing lipstick. Oh, they're all... Well, they're women, so they would, but still. I was like, they're all wearing lipstick. Wait a minute, they're women. They're supposed to. Maybe they were just all like sucking on some cherry suckers right before they shot the scene. they were just all enjoying some cherry suckers. You know what? Even though I give him shit about his acting, he's still cute in this movie. He's cute. Like, he's got a cute voice. He's a cute little kid, all American little rugrat there. I bet you anything his acting's probably better than mine, so anyway. Jesus. Chucky. Ever heard of a comb? Fuck. It figures that the fucking killer murderous doll is a ginger. It figures. Now I'm throwing gingers under the bus. Hey, that's what you get for having red hair. Oh, it's nature's warning color, I'm telling you. I've dated a few. That's how I know. That's how I can speak with authority. I like that. Like, because I can't imagine Chucky with any other color of hair, but has there ever actually been a ginger doll before? There probably. I guess Raggedy Ann, she had red hair, right? So that counts. Raggedy Ann. I had those fucking dolls as a kid. Yeah, I have not seen this in a minute. I've forgotten some of the trivia. I can't even give you guys some good tidbits. I forgot. I have these vague memories of researching this movie for the review like 5 years ago. I think that I don't know. I got nothing for you guys. I forgot all the trivia. I'm trying to remember the original script. Or it started out as a short or something. I could say anything right now. You wouldn't know. So speaking of making up trivia, I heard once that the Chucky doll was inspired by Carrot Top. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that the writer said that. He said that in an interview once. Straight up. I would never lie to you. Carrot Top, he's scary. So I know when I saw Carrot Top first time, I was like, there's a horror movie in there somewhere. Fucking gingers. Why do they have a, like, what does ginger mean? What does that word mean as far as, why is that related to red hair? You know what I mean? Because we say, like, blonde for blonde people and brunette, like, but we don't say ginger for redheads, right? We usually say redheads. Oh my gosh, I need to drink more. This is you know what? I'm losing fucking brain cells talking about this topic right now. So we're gonna move on from that topic. Good old killer doll movies, and this is probably one of the best executed. It's a shame that the movies had to become such comedies as the franchise went on. This is why I usually always, when people ask what your favorite is in a franchise, I'm almost always say the original, because the originals are way more grounded and solid than the rest of the entries. They get wackier and wackier, and they're usually more comedic. For some fucking reason, they just always have to become comedies. But here we're dealing with a fucking foul-mouthed killer doll, and the subject matter is taken absolutely seriously. I love it. Love it. Look at that guy's picture over there. Did you see that guy? Who was that? Was that his dad? Was that Andy's dad? I don't know why I'm so concerned about that, but so wait, Chucky's got red hair and blue eyes. Okay, I said I was gonna stop. I'm gonna stop that subject. It's okay. I guess that's not abnormal. Abnormal. Talking about a killer doll movie. How can he have blue eyes? This movie doesn't make any sense. 0 stars. Thumbs down. I was all on board until I saw the color of the killer doll's eyes. I could no longer suspend my disbelief. Uh-oh, cough coming. I'm okay, everyone. I'm okay. Ooh, look at this. That was the poster shot almost. I gotta find out where this building's located. Chicago? This is supposed to be set in Chicago, I think. That's no guarantee it was filmed in Chicago, but I'm gonna have to look that one up on Google Earth and pin it, because I like to find horror movie locations on Google Earth and pin them, since I can't actually go visit in real life because I'm a fucking loser. But anyway, I can go on Google Earth and I can look all I want. I've got hundreds of horror sites pinned. I like to pin them. Hell yeah, we got some knee-high POV shots going on here. That's the best. And you know what else is great about this? Like, you know, in an original movie like this, where from this time, where they would do something like the doll's POV, or that quick shot of him running through the hall. Just quick, creative ways of bringing the doll to life, as opposed to, you know, when the sequels, they bring him out more and more and out into the light, and they get a lot less creative about bringing the character of Chucky to life. Then, like, I'm not knocking the effects, because the fucking practical effects, like the animatronics, are amazing, but there's still something so much better about a creative way of bringing a character like this to life with bits and flashes and this view, and you don't always have to see him just flat out, in the light and making jokes like is what the movies became. But I'm just saying, it's a lot like the Jaws syndrome, where, they couldn't get the shark to work most of the time, so they had to come up with creative ways of building a character for the shark without showing it. So that's what I'm into. But I still like seeing it. This is the movie that does it best. Sorry. Is like they build up. We get to the scene where he confronts his old voodoo guy, and then they start bringing him out into the open. But it's really a build up to the climax. And like I said, I guess once they get to the sequels, they feel like maybe it's a bit of showing off the special effects, but also I feel like it's not just this movie. Almost all movies are plagued with sequelitis, where they almost always go down the route is just become funnier, more comedic, bring the villain out into the open, put him out in the open, right in front of the camera, out under lights and everything. And it's just a shame that they don't continue to have some form of creativity about bringing the character to life in the sequels instead of just here it is. Still though, I am gonna reiterate that the fucking special effects and the animatronics are amazing, and I don't know, it's really cool to see Chucky just talking once you get to the end of the movie and he's out in the open. Once he's out in the open and you just see, it is pretty amazing, because especially for 88, it's kind of cutting edge, actually, I would say. This movie really was all that. It really was. Again, I'll say it's a shame that it kind of forgot its horror roots and became comedies for the most part. But yeah, this movie was, I'd say, a little bit ahead of its time. One of the best killer doll movies. The subject matter was handled best in this movie because they took it seriously. And they had other ways of having Chucky in the movie instead of just flat out a doll sitting there. But anyway, what do you think? Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong. Come on, I fucking dare you. I dare you. You want to go rounds in my comment section? No, I'm just kidding. Say whatever you want. People talk shit all the time. It's fine. This lady is like, I feel like she's famous, but she's not famous. You know what I mean? She's in the movie for a whole 20 minute, 15, 20, like her actual, here it is. She's out, but she's very memorable. Like, everybody remembers this lady and this scene. Look at that guy falling. That is clearly a guy. Oh, why was that truck parked on the sidewalk? What the? And it was the only vehicle around. It happened to be right in the exact spot where the body would land. Anyway, I know, like I have any room to talk. I'm not a fucking director, but still, I thought that was funny that the truck parked on the sidewalk and there's nothing else around. Oh yeah, but the lady, yeah, like I don't even know who this actress was. Unfortunately, I feel bad. But yeah, she had like a total of like 10 minutes maybe in the movie. It's kind of, for some reason, like that character is really memorable. Probably because it's the first victim in the movie. It's the first kill in the whole franchise, besides Charles Lee Ray, But he didn't die, so that doesn't count. He just switched bodies. You know what I'm saying. So yeah, I was like, I had to have been, I was 9 when this came out. I didn't see it in the theater though. But I must have been about 10, I guess, when I first watched it. And yeah, like being a kid and watching Child's Play, and when it's fresh, not even like, kids are still coming out and watching it now for the first time. But like when it was fresh and like This movie scared me, and it blew my mind, and absolutely intrigued me. Like, Chucky is an intriguing character. He's fun. He's a lot like Freddy, which is why I keep saying it's a shame that it has to become so comedic in the sequels. Because sure, he's still funny in this one, the way he behaves and the things he says, but it's not overly like fucking Chucky having sex and smoking joints and Seed of Chucky, shit like that. It just becomes the Three Stooges, and that's bullshit. But yeah, as it stands, it was an intriguing villain, a cute little kid's doll with a foul mouth and a little custom knife for some reason. I've told the story in my review, but I'm going to go ahead and tell it again. Like, my first impressions of this movie was being, like I said, 9 or 10 at the video store. If anybody remembers those, video stores used to exist. Just think Netflix in a building. And there was a big ass standee of Chucky, like with the knife. He had his knife reared back in his hand, up in the air, and the standee was bigger than I was, and I was just looking up at Chucky, and I couldn't wrap my mind around what I was seeing exactly. I didn't understand exactly. I didn't know if it was a doll or if it was like a kid, if it was like a mutant. I didn't quite get it. I remember just standing there, just stopped in the middle of the video store and just looking up and staring at Chucky and going, what is that? I need to watch this movie. Oh, I'm gonna drink some beers now. I'm gonna drink some beers, wow. I'm gonna drink this beer and ain't shit you can do. I'm gonna drink it now. You got it. That one's free. That one's on the house. Good old Burr. He's got a bicycle in his bedroom. I never kept my bicycle in my bedroom. That's a new one on me. Maybe I should have. I never had a bike stolen or anything. I can't make that joke. Well, I should have kept it in my bedroom. The shit wouldn't have got stolen, but it never did happen. Maybe that's what old Andy is worried about. He's like, this is Chicago, man. I'm taking my bike in my bed. Fuck that. Sleep with that thing. That would have been hilarious to see. Sleeping with a BMX in his bed. Oh, I had a Huffy when I was a kid. Is that even still a company? Huffy? Does anybody remember that? I had a Huffy, right? And I named my bike Mike. It was Mike the bike. I named it straight up. And I would pretend like it was like a rocket-powered motorcycle. I'm just, going like 5 miles an hour down the sidewalk on my bike. I was like, I'm hauling ass. Cigarettes in public buildings in the 80s. You're thinking, Eric, you fucking bring that up every single time. We know people smoked in buildings in the 80s. Get over it. I'm not sure if you realize, though, that people used to smoke everywhere. Okay, all right, now moving on. I don't want to retread too many other Drunkentaries. Too much. I mean, I'll give you about 40% retread. No, I'll give you, let's make it 45 recycled jokes from other Drunkentaries, and you're going to get about 55. You're going to get about 50% new material, and then just 5% of me insulting your mom. What's all the old standbys I can mention? Smoking inside. Okay, I always mention that. What else is there? Oh, I can't even remember. As it comes up, I'll recall. That's a nice big bedroom for supposedly a really kind of a poor single mother in Chicago who had to buy a fucking doll in the alleyway. But anyway, um, this lady, I think she has gotten like hotter as she got older. She doesn't look her age. Like she looks older in this movie than she does now because of that haircut. And it's like they mommed her up for this movie. They mommed her up, but she's actually pretty cute. And she has gotten hotter like as she got older. I'd visit her in the old folks' home and bone her. I'd break her hip. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm talking about sex with an old lady. Oh. You know what I want to know? I don't really want to know this, but somebody will tell me. Is at what age do old ladies stop getting wet? Oh my god, I can't believe I just asked that. But seriously though, I'm asking for a friend. I need to know at what point it becomes like sandpaper. You know, because I need to know the age that's like the stopping age for me. Like what you're 78? I'm not sure if I can do that. I heard it gets pretty dry around 78. This is such a drunkentary. You know, if that was me at his age, I'd have been humping that doll. I was a randy kid. Oh, I was a randy little booger. Like best friends till the end, bitch. Bend over. Yeah. Yeah. I was pretty randy little kid. I remember being like 2.5, maybe 3 years old, and looking at like a Victoria's Secret magazine secretly behind a chair in the living room. Yeah, it's no joke. I was so into checking out those models. And then when somebody, you know, they eventually people were like, where the fuck's Eric? And they found me. So when I got caught like checking out a Victoria's Secret catalog, I was like, it's okay. They're not getting undressed. They're actually putting their clothes on. This is the part where they're still kind of nude, but they're gonna put their clothes. That was my reasoning for why it was okay. It's pretty slick for a 3-year-old. You can see the whole crew in the fucking door glass. That was great. Yeah, think about that. 3 years old. That was pretty slick. No, it's okay. They're actually getting dressed. They're not even though they're in a state of undress. They're gonna put clothes on. So it's okay that I'm looking at this. Oh, good God. Good times. Good times. I love this. The fucking little kid just takes off on a train by himself. Everybody's cool with that. Fucking Chicago. What a weird problem to have while doing Drunkentaries. What a weird problem. Anyway, look at this. None of those people care. Those little kids there by himself. Chucky's head is bigger than his head. That's crazy. I wonder how heavy that doll is. I mean, that particular one's probably not that heavy. but I bet the ones with the animatronics probably had some weight to them, I would imagine. I like this scene here when he confronts the voodoo guy, because this is the first time we see Chucky come to life, and it's pretty cool. But like I said, it's great that they waited. Like, that's what you get in originals. It's more story. You get more story in originals. In the first entry in franchises, you usually get more story. The pace is slower. They're not in a rush to get to kills or anything. I haven't even been to that crack house. Oh, it looks like shitty cold that I would never want to live in. All right, I'm going to drink this PBR. And you drink the whiskey? Whatever you got over there. I'm just assuming. I know a lot of you peeps, when you drink, you like to go for the hard stuff. We're gonna have a talk about that. I'm gonna have an intervention. One of these times, I'm gonna put out a Drunkentary. It's not gonna be a real Drunkentary. It's gonna be me going, "You got a problem." While I drink my beer, I'm just gonna be judging you. You need to admit that you have a problem. Drink, 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 drink. All right, here we go. Good old cheap beer. Yeah, you got ditched, kid, in the bad part of town, no less. Good luck. Do 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 do. I don't know why I'm so sing-songy today. I think seriously, it's literally because I haven't drank in a week. I don't have any money. Oh yeah. And the reason why I have any beer right now is because I have 2 Patreons that are still kind enough to donate about $8 a month to me. So now I'm doing a Drunkentary because of those 2 Patreons, and I don't know your names. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm gonna look it up. I'm not gonna let this Drunkentary go by and me not know who made it happen. But give me a few. I gotta do this on my little phone. Could take a minute. It'd been quite a twist if he just blew this kid away. That'd been quite a twist in the movie. You know, Andy comes walking through a door and he thinks it's Chucky, so he just fires about 5 rounds into. Oh, bye-bye. Oh, this is not the voodoo guy. See, I told you I hadn't seen this in a while. Andy was. Oh my God! Nice explosion and collapse. Andy was literally just walking. He could have been barbecued. Chucky, come on, man. You could have, like, what if you're one guy? You know, the kid that you're the first person you told your secret to. If you killed him in an explosion, then what are you gonna do, Chucky? Then what's up? I guess he would put his soul into another doll, and then it would just be 2 dolls walking around. No, that wouldn't make any sense at all. I guess that wouldn't make any sense. You know what? I feel like I am coming around on his acting. A little bit. I won't lie. He's doing an alright job for a little kid. Okay, what's the email I use? It's gotta be that one. And my password is you wish. Although it really wouldn't make any difference if you knew it or not. That's the amazing thing. Is that... Oh, wait, what is my password? I don't know. The amazing thing is that there's still people that are donating. It's just 2 people donating about $8 a month. But the fact that anybody donates to me, I don't know what my goddamn password is. I just did it. What is it? Oh, okay. I think I know. Hold on. I love that when he punches him. That's the best. It's such a funny little hit. The little kid punching the doll. Okay. I think that's it. If I can't figure out my password, then I can't give the shout out to my 2 Patreons that I have left. Oh, it worked. Now I have to figure out where the names are. Cause yeah, like I gave up on it. Like once I started trying the Patreon thing, I realized I wasn't really into it, which is a lot of what I do is, try things and then either they stick or they don't. And a lot of times they don't. And it probably seems like I'm flaky. Like, oh God, he just starts something and then he doesn't finish. But that's just the way I work. And I think it's important that you should like what you do, right? You should click with what you do. And I tried the Patreon thing and I wasn't really into it. But the fact that there's still people like donating to me, even though I don't even barely produce any content, is amazing. So, oh, come on. Tell me who they are. That's another thing is like, I always have such problems with fucking finding my way around the Patreon website. So if I can figure this out, I'll give you a shout out, but I'm only giving this about 3 or 4 more minutes. I'm not going to waste the whole Drunkentary trying to do this. If I can't give you a shout out, you're just going to have to pat yourselves on the back. Oh, okay, fucking, it's not going to happen. It's not working, guys. But anyway, to the 2 people that donated and made this possible, thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause. I'm sorry that I'm so incompetent that I can't even give you a shout out. Yeah. It's, you know what? She is kind of cute. It's that haircut. She's got that fucking mom haircut going on. And the sweater and the whole deal. She needs a makeover stat. There's that same picture of that guy. Who is that guy? Did you see it in the back? It was the same exact picture. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now we're getting to the good stuff. When he starts cursing, I love it. She pooed. She straight pooed. A little. It was a little. It's just a little. It's just a little poop. Just a little puff of poo. It wasn't like a big old dump or nothing. It was just like, well, she's just got a brown spot on her panties now. But you tell me if a fucking doll came to life in your hands, you wouldn't poo a little. You just try and convince me of that. That could be like that whole, whatever that meme is. You'd poo if you saw Chucky. Change my mind. Change my. That'll be my argument. You know you'd poo. You know you would. I bet there's poo right now. Let me check. Let me see. Check them shorts. Look, there may be skid marks, but that's normal. That had nothing to do with Chucky. That's always there. I can't get them out. Look at his hair. Dude, Chucky. Combs exist, man. They're not that expensive. Yeah, I would flip my shit if I found out a doll was like alive and unfriendly. Like if it was friendly, it would be another story altogether. Here it is. He's got some colorful language. I love it. He lost his shit. I like it how Chucky has a temper. He just went from 0 to 60. You stupid bitch. Look at this. This is the best. And you know what's great about this? Look at this. Out in the open, lights. Like, it's not a scary horror. It sounds like I'm contradicting what I said earlier, but it's not. You'd have to be me to understand this logic. No, I guess what I'm trying to say is I like when there's a creative way that they bring a horror villain character to life. But I also like when it doesn't have to look like a horror movie. When like if it was a lot of other 80s movies, when that scene happened, the power would have been out and there would have been a fucking thunderstorm outside and fucking lightning flashes. But no, it's just an apartment. It's just a regular, normal looking apartment. Like, I like that. I like when horror happens in a normal looking location at a normal time. And it doesn't have to look like a horror movie. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy horror visuals. Like, that's one of the things I love about classic horror is just looking at a graveyard scene and fucking bats flying by the full moon and all. Like, that shit's great, but it doesn't always have to look like a horror movie. That's what I'm saying. What? I feel like this guy is he's the nephew of Sam Loomis from Halloween because he's got the jacket and he's kind of an investigator. I feel like this is his nephew. Shit, man, if I was him, I would have went along with it just to try and get in them panties. I mean, like, yeah, the doll's alive. Let's go back to my place and talk about that over a couple of brandies, all right? Yeah. Oh, I'll bite you. You thought that Chucky bite was good. Wait till I get my teeth on you. Yeah. Yeah. You know what's weird? This is a weird thought. This is a weird Eric drunk thought. I think I'm older now than she is in this movie. That's a weird thing to experience, to be a kid and then grow up and still watch the same movies and to then suddenly be older than the adults. Like I used to like, oh my god, they're older adults, and now I'm like, she's probably like 34 in this movie, and I'm the old man now. What a weird thought. I'm going to finish my beer and open another one. I think that's the plan here, really, is to open another beer. I need to fucking chug down a beer, too. Here we go. I mean, I'll be damned if Pabst Blue Ribbon is not an all right cheap beer. It's better than fucking Bud Light any day of the week. Pabst is clearly, it's it's a cheaper one, but it's not too shabby, man. I'm telling you. I never regret drinking a Pabst. I can't say the same for Bud, which I don't even drink. I don't even know if does anybody drink Bud products anymore? Is that a thing? When I was coming up, Bud Light was it, man. That's what you went to the party. It was gonna be Bud Light. It just was. Cases of Bud Light. That's what was at the party, and I drank them just fine back then. But I've really grown as a beer drinker since then. Bud Light don't cut it no more, and I don't even ever drink that shit. I'm not sure if anybody does. Does anybody still drink Budweiser or Bud Light? I think those companies are about going down the drain. They need to come up with something quick. Oh, pardon. Oh, here comes the attempted rape. How shitty of a day would you be having you just discovered that your fucking son's ginger doll is actually a murderous serial killer, and you're trying to find help, and now you're about to get gang raped by some bums. Oh my god. I'd just give up on life. I'd be like, give me the cyanide pills. Fuck this. What's next? Like, I'll get raped by Chucky too? Is he gonna show up? Fuck that. What a shitty day this lady's having. What else was this guy in? Can anybody tell me? Because I feel like I've seen him in other movies, but I don't know. I don't know what else. I'm really lacking on the trivia, aren't I? I bet you I knew the answer to that question about 4.5 years ago when I was doing the review. And he's a detective, huh? He can't put the pieces together? Because you're crazy. I still want to get a piece, though. My offer still stands. We can go back to my house. I'll bite you. I'll let you play with my good guy. It sounded like I just took a shit. But anyway. I didn't, by the way. I'd like to clear that one up. Because you never know. I've talked about shit in my pants before in the past. It's happened. So, I did have to clear that up, that I did not shit my pants yet. I'm going to qualify that with a yet. Because it's still early. So I stopped drinking Keystone because the last time I drank a case of Keystone, I had the runs all day. And anyway, I just thought I'd bring that up since we were talking about beer not too long ago, and I'm giving Pabst a pass, and even an endorsement. I'll give Pabst an endorsement. But as shitty as Budweiser and Bud Light might be, they never gave me the runs, so just don't touch Keystone. That's all. I just wanted to pass on that wisdom from me to you. And that's what life's really all about, isn't it? Passing on your experience and wisdom. Wow. Anyway, we've only got 33 more minutes to go. Oh my God. Let's get to drinking. So I'll be honest with you guys. I was split about what movie to watch for this Drunkentary between Child's Play and Dawn of the Dead. 78, of course. Who cares about the remake? Who cares about any remakes? Fuck remakes. Oh yeah, that was the other. Besides smoking. See, right on time. Besides smoking in the 80s, the other thing I always bring up is my remake rant. But anyway. Yeah, so that was my other choice. And I chose this one because I knew it would be fun. I knew it would be fun. Chucky's a good time. I mean, in some of the movies. When he just becomes a fucking full-on clown, I'm not into it. Like, I don't like this, like him laughing and fucking off. Like, it's fine because the movie takes the subject matter seriously. So Chucky being a goofy killer doll is fine because the rest of the movie is serious. I guess that's what it all comes down to. Oh, this is the best. Look at that. He's trying to run. He's trying to drive away from the knife. That's coming through the seat. He's trying to drive away from it. Just stop the car, dude. Stop and get out. Jesus Christ. You can't drive away from something that's in the car with you. It's hilarious, though. This scene is hilarious. And by the way, look at those 80s cars. Look at them. They were such boxes. Ugly ass boxes. There's a lot of things I love about the 80s. The fucking cars is not necessarily one of them, unless you're talking Trans Ams. Then you're speaking my language. That was hilarious. Nobody even noticed or cared that just happened. Fucking car flipped, whatever. Who cares? Chucky. So, do you think, because clearly the initial shock of like, oh my God, this doll is alive and it's trying to kill me, there's that. But do you think it wears off? Do you eventually just not become afraid of this little 1 foot ginger running around spewing one-liners? Do you get desensitized after a minute? Or are you just always afraid of Chucky, even though he makes you laugh? Like, because seriously, if he was coming at me and he was saying like you filthy slut, I'd probably chuckle a little bit, even though I was maybe afraid of this doll trying to kill me. It would make me laugh a little bit. But I think, yeah, like at what point do you stop being afraid of this thing? You know? Because, there's the shock of, holy shit, it's really alive. But then after a little bit, it's got to be like, who cares, right? He's like a foot tall. Who gives a fuck? You'd think. But I don't know. What do I know? What do I know? I really want to. I want to transcend the screen into the movie and into the movie and do something with this lady's hair, because I'm not buying this haircut. She could look so much better. We gotta do something here. Oh shit, there goes the police helicopters over my house. Good old Phoenix! Maybe they're after Chucky. So if you could transfer your soul to like an inanimate object and then become that, what would you possess? It could be anything. It could be like a fucking piano, and then you could just play yourself. You could play with yourself and make music. I know that's what I call it when I'm playing with myself. I gotta go make some music. I'll be back in 4 minutes. Not even 5. I don't even take the full 5. And the 4 is only because I'm gonna check my Facebook while I'm in there too. Damn, I thought that was Bill Cosby when I first saw it. Yeah, thinking about it, what would, like, if I could inhabit something? It depends. Like, can I become a car? Because then I could be Christine, right? Although I wouldn't be called Christine because I'm Eric. So, but still, that'd be badass. Could I become a car? That'd be the shit. I would totally possess a car if I could. A muscle car. I wouldn't kill people though, like Christine does, because then that would ruin my finish. And I'm not saying that you have that power to just restore yourself. Would you be a doll though? Because I don't think I would. Who would want to be a doll? Even Charles Lee Ray doesn't want to fucking be in this doll. He shouldn't tell him the truth. And what, he didn't know this ahead of time? How much voodoo did he learn? He didn't even learn the whole he didn't even learn all the consequences of the one spell that he memorized. What the fuck? Yeah, no, if I could possess anything, it would be a dildo. I'd use that spell to become a dildo. And just be in butts and pussies all the time. Yeah, living the life. But no one over 78, though, because I heard it dries up after that. That's my cutoff age. I'd become a vibrator if I could use that spell. Give me the power, I beg of you. I would totally become a dildo. I'd be a bra. I'd possess a bra. Just hold on to those titties all day. Like, I got you. You can count on me. I got these titties. Don't worry about it. What the fuck? This calls for more beer. Drink with me. Here we go. Here's the dildos. That's what I'm raising this toast to. Here's the vibrators. Let's go. Voodoo dolls. How funny. Anybody out there got a voodoo doll version of me? I don't think that I believe in voodoo dolls. Not that I don't necessarily believe there's some power in voodoo. The whole idea of a doll, it's funny, like it's interesting. But like that I could pinch a doll and then that would affect the real person. I'm not buying that. Like, no shit, Eric. Of course voodoo dolls do it. Of course you're not buying it. It's some BS. But there's probably people that believe and try. Dude, I guarantee you. There's some cubicle worker out there somewhere that tried to fucking make a voodoo doll of his boss. I guarantee it happened. You know what? Not even just once. I'm willing to bet. What are the numbers? Let's think about this. It's got to be at least 100. At least 100 people have tried to make voodoo dolls of their boss that they hate. At least 100. Because we're talking out of like billions and billions of people. So that's it's a small number. But there's got to at least 100 people in the world have tried to voodoo doll their boss. just to see if it would work. It was like a Hail Mary. It's a long shot. You know, like nothing else. Having meetings or talking to the supervisor, or trying to talk it over with the actual dude. None of that worked. So it was like, fuck, I'm going to make a voodoo doll of this bitch. See, this is scenes like this where his acting isn't. Aw. Oh, okay. He looks like he's really crying. That's not bad. Oh. Poor kid. Now I feel bad for talking shit about his acting. Ooh, is that a big splooge stain? What the fuck? Who creamed all over the desk and why? Good God, clean up. Like, it's understandable that sometimes you just blow a load on the desk, but usually normal people then clean it up. They don't just keep the keys on the cum stain. Like, what the fuck? You know what? I'm going to call it here now. I'm having a blast, so I'm going to say this is one of my best Drunkentaries. You may not agree. I don't care. All that matters is that I had fun. Like, if you ain't having fun, you're just not drunk enough. Pound that beer and whiskey, and then we'll see. Then you'll think I'm hilarious. I just fart into the mic, and you'll be cracking up. Which I have done before, actually. I farted on a Drunkentary once. Or twice. It could have been once or twice, or maybe 3 times. I think it was just once. Anyway. I hope that's not a real scalpel. I hope they didn't give that kid a real scalpel. Please be a prop. Look, like, this is exactly why. Look, he's falling all over with a fucking sharp knife in his hand. Oh my God, he's gonna put his eye out. Cut. Can I call cut? This is making me nervous. You know what? This is a pet peeve of mine. When I watch movies, it's this character. This character, I hate. In any horror movie, the skeptic. Oh, I fucking hate the skeptic in horror movies. They never believe. They're really arrogant about it, not believing that a killer doll could possibly be on the loose, which is just a little understandable, but still. Did he just have 2 ties? Oh, he's got 2 ties! Why is he wearing 2 ties? Did you see that? Or is that just normal? I'm flipping my shit. Yeah, what do you think? You're not much of a skeptic now, are you, bitch? Yeah, that's a big pet peeve. Like, the character that doesn't believe in these movies, it frustrates me, usually because it's not just that they don't believe. That's fine. But they're always like the guy that like locks you up. That's what I hate about it. It's the skeptic that doesn't believe in these horror movies is usually the guy that's like, strap them down to the table. They're out of their minds, and it's I hate that shit. It pisses me off. If you don't believe, you don't believe. That's fine, but they always get in the way. I guess that's what pisses me off about it so much. And it's supposed to. Like, that's exactly what the movie's supposed to do. It's supposed to get me riled up about it. So, good job. Good job, movie. If my life was a horror movie, I'd be in a fucking institute for sure. I'd be in an institute, and nobody would believe me about the killer ginger doll trying to put his soul in me. Like, what's so hard to believe about that? Ooh. Nobody would actually say anything about that. They would just see it and then that'd be it. Although they might say ugly doll. This is why we love Chucky. Oh, holy shit, I love him. I just wish the sequels were better movies, because the character is great. Does that make sense? I think it makes a hell of a sense. I mean, a hell of a lot of sense is what my drunk ass meant to say. That the character is great. I wish the sequels were better movies. I like part 2. I used to like part 3 when I was younger, but the more I've watched it and as I got older, it's just okay. It definitely doesn't hold a candle to this one. Honestly, I really do think the best one after this is Curse of Chucky. It has the most in common as far as tone. Yeah, as far as tone. But part 2 is really a good movie too. But it definitely Part 2. I like it, and it's most people's favorite, of course. That's usually always the case, that we don't agree on this. But Part 2 suffers from sequelitis to an extent, but it's still a badass movie. It does put like story and pacing in the back seat because now Chucky and the prop, the special effect of Chucky in the sequels, and especially in Part 2, becomes the star of the movie. But don't hate on me right now. Don't hit that dislike button. I still like Part 2. I just prefer Part 1. I always prefer Part 1s. Originals are almost always more my speed. I like more of a story. Often the story is ditched in the sequel just to show off the special effect or the villain. But I still like Part 2, and I'll do a Drunkentary for it if you guys want. Well, you know what? I don't care if you want it or not. I'm going to do a Drunkentary for it in about 8 years. Next time I get beer in 8 years, I will straight up do another Drunkentary. I promise you. I will say, though, it's like one thing that does make me sad. Like, me and most people aren't on the same page as far as that goes. Like, favorites in a franchise. Everybody always likes Part 2 usually more. People just kind of want... Oh, no, I better stop. I was about to sound like an asshole. I don't know. People do tend to want, like, more of a fast food horror. Okay, I better stop. So let's pretend like I wasn't saying any of that. We're down to the last fucking 15 minutes. 14 minutes. Let's drink it up. I'm going to drink it up. I guess the reason why I was bringing that up, and I know I shouldn't, but I'm going to just to button that topic real quick. I just wish more people were like, I just wish I didn't feel so alone about some of these things. I wish more people were into the originals than the sequels. A lot of people they just want the doll. They just want the effect, and cut out the story and the pacing, cut out the creativity. Just give me the thing. I don't know. It makes me sad. It just makes me feel alone, really. Like, I would choose Child's Play 1. Most people would choose Child's Play 2. I choose Nightmare 1. Most people would choose Nightmare 3. I choose Friday 1. Most people would choose Friday 4. And I still like all of those movies. It's just, I don't know. I do sound like a pretentious prick now, so I'm sorry. I guess, or maybe I'm just being too hard on myself, just because I'm got my own unique sensibilities. Maybe I'm not being a prick just because I have my own taste. But I just wish I wasn't so alone. That's all. I like Nightmare 3. It's great. I like Friday 4. It's fucking It's like one of the best sequels to any movie ever made. I don't know. This is getting weird now. Fuck this. Okay, well, let's change the subject. We got Chucky doing his thing, beating people with mini baseball bats. Yes, these slow-mo shots of Chucky getting shot. I love it. I'm sorry. Anytime Chucky just goes and runs at the camera. I love that. And he does that quite a bit. Just it fucking makes me laugh. It's hilarious whenever he does that. He does that quite a bit, but it makes me laugh every time. I should do that next time somebody wants to start some shit. Just run at him Chucky style. Just yelling like a madman. And then I'll call him a filthy bitch and a stupid slut. Look at him. He's insane. He's a madman. Chucky's an animal. I love it. Ooh, I'm getting flashbacks of when I watched this the first time as a kid. I'm getting flashbacks and I'm thinking, oh, this is the end, right? And then he keeps coming all burnt up. Like, that was nightmare fuel. Because you think it's over right here. Oh my God, look at him. Yeah, I remember as a kid going, he won't die. You know? And you think I would have been used to that by now. Horror villains often didn't die. But I remember just like, oh my God, he keeps coming. It's pretty horrifying. Dude, this has flown by. It feels like I've been doing this for like 15 minutes. And it's been an hour and 16 minutes. Oh, I'm kind of sad that this shit's almost over. I don't want to go. I don't want to leave you. I can't quit you. I can't quit you. Oh, good God. This guy's useless. Remember when he was trying to drive away from the killer that was in his car? That is one of my favorite things ever. He's trying to drive away from the killer in the backseat. Okay. Oh, good God. I'm going to drink my Pabst. My Pap Schmear. Oh, God. It's like Terminator Chucky now. Yeah, the special effects in this movie with the bomb back in the day. I mean, they still are. They still hold up. Put CGI to shame, which is not... It's not too hard to do. Oh, yeah, that's the other. Okay, so I've covered remakes suck, smoking in the 80s, CGI is bullshit. I've covered all my bases. So now you know it's a real Drunkentary. I've said all those things. Oh, I got a cough. Hold up. What he just made? He's just all, yeah. That's so funny. I wonder if I was like a murderer and I was going after, would I make those weird noises? Like, I wonder. Would I just be so caught up in the moment? I just yell like Chucky. Yeah! Just run at him. I probably would. Or I might even... you know what? It's me. I'm sure I would be even dorkier. I'd probably embarrass myself, actually. They wouldn't even be afraid of me anymore. What a tool bag, this guy. I'm not scared of you. Oh, shit, son. Just blew the head right off. She's a good shot. Not too shabby, especially for such a small target. Oh my God, he's just going to keep walking. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I totally remember, like, I'm having flashbacks now as a kid. Like, it was one thing for like, okay, it's a killer doll, but there's got to be a line, right? There's a boundary. You set his ass on fire, and then you should be good to go. But it just kept coming. Burned alive, shot up. It won't stop. And you know what? I have heard gunshots inside of a house before, and that'll hurt. That'll make you go deaf. Like, it hurts the ears. You can feel the pressure hit your eardrum when you fire a gun inside of a small, like, area like that. You can't just fire 6 shots and you wouldn't hear for a week. I'm just saying. I know I'm calling out Hollywood on their indoor gun usage logic. But I'm just saying. I almost got shot that time too. I almost died. Anyway, my fucking stepdad was fucking around with a gun. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I almost died. I'm still here though. It just hurt my eardrums. He didn't actually shoot me, but it was close. It was a close call. It was a close call. That guy's 80s suit. Holy shit. I like this character. He's got a nice fashion sense. He's got a 70s porn stash in the late 80s. He's got bedhead. Oh man, oh man. We're almost done, folks. Get your drink on while you can. See what I'm talking about? The arrogance of the skeptic. Ugh. How did it get in there? I'm calling shenanigans on that. Oh, I am calling some major shenanigans on that part. How did it even know where it was going? It's got like one hand, half a leg, no head. BS. You know what? Fuck this movie. 0 stars. It's going to get a bad rating. I'm really glad I chose this one because I will do Dawn of the Dead eventually, and I do love that movie quite a bit, and I'll have a lot of fun watching that one. But yeah, this was the way to go right here. Child's Play. Good call, Eric. It's not even a recognizable thing that we're looking at anymore. It's just this charred chunk of something. I love it. It's hilarious. Oh, great effects right there. Great. I wonder where these props are now. I want them. Because if somebody just tossed those and threw them away, I'm going to be a pissed off horror fan. Yeah, you believe me, you motherfucker? And you know what? I'm gonna give you the same spiel I gave Chucky. Combs exist, bitch. Invest in one. Look, I like your style. I like your stash. Just comb up that hair a little bit. Fuck. What the hell is up with everybody? Combs didn't exist in the 80s. I guess that was a fucking 90s invention, right? Brushes. Oh, I can't believe we're through already. I'm so sad. This flew by like nothing. Oh. I thought I'd just give you that to go out on. Freeze frame it. That's how you do. And pretty great score. I wouldn't put it up there as one of my absolute favorites, but great score, recognizable. So yeah, cool. I'm so sad it's over. Like that felt like 17 minutes to me. Any last words from you while I finish off my pap smear? Did anybody figure out the age that women stop? I don't even know how to continue that thought. And I probably shouldn't even. Because maybe they don't. Maybe you could be 99 and still get wet. I'll hit the shit out of it. No, I wouldn't, but... Well, it depends on how much you're paying me. Wow, this got weird right at the end. The set director's name was Claudia, and that's it. Wow. Just Claudia, huh? How do you... What if you get the wrong Claudia? Oh, this one has a last name. Must not be the right Claudia. We hired the wrong Claudia. This one has a last name. All right, I'm going to finish off my paps. Well, motherfuckers, all I can say is I don't know what you guys think, but I had a blast. So thanks for listening to me rant and just be stupid about Child's Play from 1988. And I'll catch you on the next one whenever it happens to be. In 8 years, when I can buy beer again, you best believe there'll be another fucking Drunkentary in 8 years. Become Patreons and give me some money and I might do this more often. No, don't. Just don't. It's fine. Just don't. Because I'm not good at delivering content. I don't want to feel like I'm just milking people just for beer money. But yeah. So I'm just all I don't know. I've never ended a Drunkentary before. I don't even know. Look, I was right. Chicago. Ooh, score one for Eric. Yeah, all right. I better stop it here. I'm gonna continue to drink beer, so I'm gonna get even drunker, and you can do the same. But as for this Drunkentary goes, this is the end, my friend. Peace out.